So congratulations to Wladimir Klitschko for successfully defending his titles against Alex Leapai, Alex the Lionheart Leapai. Well, it was to be expected, to be honest. There were those who hoped that Leapai would get lucky and bring some excitement to the heavyweight division and land a punch. It does tell you something about a fight when the challenger's entrance is probably the best thing that you can talk about in the fight. His entrance was pretty impressive, the stuff with the lion and the lion heart and the, all that build up. And of course, I have to say, Wladimir Klitschko has got a brilliant entrance. I've got to say, his ring walk is amazing. And that theme tune, you always know it's a Klitschko fight. Ding, 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 ding. Anyway, I love that. That's really great. But that's about it when it comes to me doing a sort of like evaluation of the fight. And Steve Collins mentioned it on Eurosport, but I think James Ali Bashir has touched on it. In fact, he's mentioned it so many times. There are lots of trainers in the world that haven't got a clue what they're talking about. You show a guy to throw a couple of punches, but really, I said this the other day about Hall of Fraud trainers. If you listen to the corner and listen to what these trainers were actually saying to Leapai, at no point did they say to Leapai, look, step around, move your head more, give us more movement. And what was the game plan? Did they just expect to just walk in there and chuck a right hand and then just Klitschko was going to fall over? I mean, how many fights? Have you sat down and watched Klitschko fight? It's jab, jab and grab, jab, jab and grab. Has anyone ever thought about when Klitschko comes to grab them, step back and throw the uppercut? Just drop, just as he goes to grab, step back, boom, uppercut. Or as he comes to grab you, switch to the side, pop the uppercut. Well, you could do that. That's an idea. Or if you see him going to grab you, slip to the sides. Well, do something different. But no, you walk in the ring, boom, you get hit, boom, 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 boom. And who were the sparring partners? I don't. And what were these trainers being trained? This is the World Heavyweight Championship. For God's sake, you've got to have some sort of a game plan. And there was no game plan whatsoever, because I don't think the trainers were good enough to execute a game plan. So, those are my thoughts about the Leapai corner. Klitschko did what he had to do. Didn't take any chances, but why are people expecting Wladimir Klitschko to take chances? That's the way he fights. So that's the way it is. So he's done what he's got to, from Klitschko's end. You can't really criticise him because he's done what he's had to do. And he's got rid of Leapai and he's cleaned him out and knocked him out, which is good. He's knocked him out. He didn't drag it on for 12 rounds, so that's good in that sense. But like I said, the best thing you can talk about the Leapai performance was the entrance and the lion heart, and he was a walking punching bag. That's basically what it was, a walking punching bag with lots of heart and lots of guts. And I would suggest to any other heavyweight contender, and I think the first one I've got to talk to here is Shannon Briggs, that it's alright getting in shape, but if the Briggs fight is going to happen, Briggs has got to do he's got to do three things. He's got to A, be able to find a way to get past the Klitschko jab. B, when he gets inside, be in a position to land hurtful punches. And C, if the game plan isn't working, change it. Okay, so, if Briggs is going to be the next opponent, it's quite possible he could be the next opponent, unless Wladimir gets a bit brave. But otherwise, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see in that. So my thoughts. And this bit about Wladimir getting wobbled, I don't think he got wobbled. I think he just tripped over his feet. People are so eager to see Wladimir get hurt. And I can't tell you that I'm not one of them. I'm one of them who wants to see Wladimir, in a fight. You want to see him in a fight. This is the heavyweight championship of the world. The amount of people I've seen online that defend Wladimir Klitschko's performances. Now, I don't know if these people are boxing fans or nationalistic. I don't know, because when you look at the great champion, you talk about Ali, You know, you talk about Mike Tyson, you talk about Evander Holyfield. I mean, you talk about Riddick Bowe, you talk about Lennox Lewis. That's 5 fighters there. But my God, this guy is so boring. Vitaly Klitschko was exciting. I mean, you look at the fights he had, you know, with Corey Sanders. Even when he put the clinic on Ariola, it was still interesting. It was still an interesting fight because, you know, Vitaly committed. The problem with Wladimir is he doesn't commit. So by not committing yourself, you always fight the safety first. Me personally, if I'm training a fighter to fight Wladimir Klitschko, the first thing you've got to do with Wladimir Klitschko is get inside the mind. You've got to make Wladimir Klitschko be scared of you, have some sort of fear, to be terrorized by you. You know, these guys are coming to these press conferences and they're like, you know, yeah, I'm going to try and beat Wladimir. And that doesn't put fear into man. Wladimir is a man that likes control. He likes to control everything. So you need to put the fear of God in him. And you need to be I think you have to be completely off your rocker to fight Wladimir Klitschko. I don't think you have to be cool, calm and calculated. I don't think that's the style. I think you've got to be completely wild. You've just got to be out there and be unpredictable against Wladimir Klitschko. So, guys like Derek Chisora. I keep going back to Derek Chisora. James Al-Bashir says that Chisora would get knocked out by Wladimir Klitschko, but it won't be for the want of not trying. Now, Vitaly Klitschko had. If you go back and watch that Vitaly Klitschko fight, I don't think Wladimir is as good a fighter as Vitaly Klitschko. And Vitaly Klitschko was on the back for all of that fight, and Chisora gave him a tough fight. I think Chisora is a better fighter now in terms of he knows how to get people close to ropes and chuck the overhand right now. So in terms of closing the ring down and doing body work, I think and Chisora's temperament. He's one of these guys who doesn't give a damn. So anybody who fights Klitschko's got to be a guy who doesn't give a damn, doesn't care about the fact he's heavyweight champion of the world, doesn't give a damn about the fact that they're fighting in Germany, doesn't give a damn about the judges, doesn't give a damn about the referee. A complete wild man. That's the kind of man I believe is going to beat Wladimir Klitschko. The sort of fighter that Wladimir Klitschko is going to be at night time constantly thinking about, and doesn't quite know what to do. But if you're just a sitting duck, as Alex Leapai, and another thing is, you need to have a good trainer in your corner. You need to have a good trainer in your corner that knows what they're talking about, an experienced trainer. At the highest level of boxing, you need that. And I think this is why a lot of these fighters are coming up short. I'm not saying that Wladimir Klitschko is not a good champion. He's done a very good job. I think the word for Wladimir is professional. Professional team. I'm sure if Wladimir got himself in a spot of bother, I'm sure he'd have a plan B. I'm not sure these other guys do so far. So that's my assessment of things. Let me know what you think. Are you happy the fact that Wladimir Klitschko fights like this are doing the heavyweight division no favours whatsoever, in my opinion? This is not a personal thing. People think I'm hating, but if you think I'm hating, I don't care no more. The fact of the matter is the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division. The pinnacle of boxing. And this is what's going on. Thank God we've got Keith Thurman fighting tonight and Lucas Batiste fighting tonight. Some boxing to look forward to. Some heavy hitters going to be doing some serious damage. So don't forget to rate, subscribe and leave your comments. I'm out.